I came to the Y because we had a friend who was involved with Teen Leaders, and then I never left.
Nicole started out just sort of filling a need as a young student.
And we got her into the Teen Leaders Club, and she started working with that program and me and some of the other people.
Teen Leaders wasn't about being athletic. It wasn't about being super smart. It was just a place that you could hang out with your friends, you volunteer, and the people cared about you, and they didn't care where you came from.
And there was an opportunity for her to progress, and we saw some leadership capabilities at a very young age.
One day I just said they needed a staff to work, and I was available, and so I filled out my paperwork that day and have been here ever since.
And now being the school age director, she's definitely just making a positive difference for a lot of kids' lives.
She has a very stressful job. She's working with all of the school sites now, and so she's dealing with a huge staff, all of them going to different schools every day.
You know, when she talks, she doesn't talk as often. You know, I suppose that's one of the things that I've encouraged her to talk more. But when she does talk, you know, people really listen to her. You know, and they say, "Oh, Nicole's talking. She definitely has something important to say." I think that she stayed here at the Y because it's always been her family. You know, she grew up as a teenager here.
I know that no matter what is going on in my life, my Y family will be there to back me up. So Rob worked in the Youth Activity Center when I started coming to the Y when I was 14. Since we didn't have a membership, we snuck into the Y, and
They forgot that Rob had been here a long time, and I know all the tricks.
he would always notice when we snuck in. But we worked very well together, and he's still part of my life.
I just think she loves the atmosphere. She loves what the Y's about.
You know, sometimes people have to remind me and say, "Gosh, you know, you've known Nicole for 16 years. She was a teen in your program, and now," I'm like, "Oh my gosh, oh yeah." You know, I just thought she was one of the peers and one of the people that I really obviously respect.
So Pete, when I decided not to go to school, he said, you can't just work here part-time all the time. You need to figure out if you're going to go to school, if you're going to find a full-time job. He said, you need to do something. So I said, fine, and I enrolled in school. Went through school, got a degree, and then became a teen director. So,
You know, she says to me once in a while, you know, I didn't plan on being here, and I tell her, but I'm glad you are here.
I can't imagine the Y not being part of my life.